Yo, what's going on, boys? So apparently a lot of you guys liked my last review on this guy. He is the world's best Ekko. He recently changed his name to Zhao Lao Ban. Apparently it means like little big man or something. It's a Chinese name. I heard on the grapevine he's a Chinese Ekko one trick. He's been over 1,000 LP on the Chinese servers, and right now he's grinding it out on the Korean server. So just switching over to look at his profile, you can see here if you go to tier graph, he's been challenger for probably like he's been up and down onto like around about the rank 200 challenger. So he hasn't really got any higher than like the rank 200 challenger spot, but he's just been grinding over this last couple of weeks, spamming Ekko, and he's been chopping and changing his builds around. So today I'm going to be showing off a new strategy he's been using and just been stomping through a lot of these players in Korean Challenger, which is just insane. Heading into game now, obviously he's going for the teleport and the flash. Last time I made a video review of this guy, he actually went Ignite Flash. For his runes, he has Electrocute set up. And also for the inspiration, he's got Minion Demon and Time Warp. This has changed from last time. He's testing out the Minion Demon. I've also seen him going for Sorcery, Absolute Focus, and I believe the Null Magic Mantle. And obviously, as he's gotten to higher elos, he's really started to use Teleport more in this mid lane rather than the Ignite. He still uses Ignite into a couple of like specific matchups, into like things that he wants the 1v1 potential, things like maybe Vladimir also wants that Grievous, but in all honesty, he's running Teleport more often now. I think though, if you're a lower elo player, below Diamond 3 or so, just run Ignite. You're going to be really opening yourself up to more solo kills in lane, which are definitely more available in those elos than, I mean, in Korean Challenger. It's almost impossible because most people, they really do know the damage numbers. What else to talk about? The rune page setup. I think this is a good rune page setup. Honestly, he chops and changes. Sometimes he goes for Sorcery second. Sometimes he goes for Inspiration. I've seen recently he's been doing some Biscuit Delivery instead of the Minion Demon. It's really up to you what you want to run. But yeah, he's still been popping off, guys. He's going like a lot of games. He's going like 15 plus kills against people like Faker, people like Dopa. He actually versed Dopa. Didn't quite get the replay, unfortunately. It was a pretty shitty game, but today he's versing a Kassadin. Early on, he's just kind of looking for the shove. Now, into Kassadin lanes, hard shoves are very good. If you don't have much CC in your kit, like if you're playing a Kassadin as a LeBlanc, so say I'm LeBlanc and my jungler's a Camille, shoving early is pretty shitty, no lie, because I want to try and draw the Kassadin into a long lane to gank him. But into this Ekko, I expect him to try and hard shove very much in the early game. The gank pressure from Lee is not really good. Maybe in a 2v2 against the Gragas, it's okay, but the early game 1v1, if you got a kill in a Kassadin lane as an Ekko, I'd be super surprised, and it's more coming from probably the Kassadin misstep than your outplay, to be honest. It's going to be pretty interesting to see how he uses his first base. When you have Teleport with a Corrupting Potion start, you really want to get a Dark Seal early. So I expect him to base at around about 350 if he can. But if not, he can probably stall out for a longer tier base. I've seen him go double Dark Seal as well a couple of times. I think he did it in my last review. Always loves weaving those W's in. You can cancel your W animation with E. If you EW instantly, your W animation is going to be cancelled and it'll come out straight away. I personally don't do this, but just because I fuck it up too often, and I've always just used my W on normal cast. Coming through the 2v2 with the Gragas. Into a Kassadin, you almost always win the 2v2 nowadays. Kassadin early game is dog shit, guys. Until level 6, Kassadin's pretty much off the map. If you shove early, you and your jungler have full control. It's kind of why I don't like playing him that much in Korean Elo for me. But obviously Dopa has been spamming him so much in Korean Challenger, and it works out for him very often. Looking for the gank setup now at the lead. He saw he had the negative wave, and look how he's just not shoving it. He's just waiting. You'll see him probably maybe even go out of vision to pop the W in. Or just look for a straight up slow. We'll see how he answers the W animation, goes straight in, puts it way behind for the flash, picks up the kill on the Lee. Gragas is going to come through here. Now, if you're the Gragas, like Ekko obviously wants a hard shove, but Kassadin also has TP. In all honesty, just take the base here, quickly teleport back to lane and shove it with a Dark Seal. The Cass and the Gragas are kind of too smart to let that type of thing happen, but in lower elos, just go for the hard shove if you can with your jungler. Gets the base in here. He's going to have a bit of gold. He'll definitely get a Dark Seal and a Doran's. He fits in the Doran's ring. That's really nice. It kind of tells me he wants to look for very aggressive early trades. He's going to win the trades now to the Kassadin. who literally got boots and a ruby. So Kassadin has still like almost no AP. So if he gets a trade on with his passive, boom, he's going to chunk caster about... Honestly, it's not going to do that much. Maybe like half, maybe 40% health. Weaving in some autos here. Yeah, it's not that much damage, but if you keep weaving those autos in, it does add up. Gets Kassadin to around about... Oh, fucking... Oh, he gets him low there. You see what I mean? He doesn't give you a free lane. He does not give you a free lane. I remember this when I was playing Lissandra. I was like, okay, Kassadin... I mean, Ekko can't trade on me here. But he just goes up and trades. He doesn't give a fuck, and he usually times it right. Now, watch how he's trading, by the way. You see how he's not Eing... And he's not Eing to the enemy and then Qing. You EQ instantly into the direction, and the Q will come out when you're dashing with your E. It's super important. I see a lot of newbies, a lot of like new Ekko players. I see them playing at lower elos at like Midbeast. I watch your video, I'm playing Ekko now, blah, blah, blah. But I still see them trading with a really bad trade. EQ, see how it comes out straight away? Boom. It's way better of a combo. All you need after that is an auto for your passive. You can decide whether hard commit or disengage. Level 6 now. Gets that ultimate. I have actually seen him, no lie, I thought this was wrong when I first saw it. A couple of games, I've seen him not level his ultimate until level 9. I think he's grabbed his ultimate this game, but some games, into matchups where there's not much like going on, it's just a farm lane, he will just he doesn't level ultimate level 6. He maxes it or gets it at level 9, so he can Q max at level 8. So he's just shoving much more often. I've seen him do this in a couple of games. Like I thought he accidentally did it a couple of times, and then there was like 20 games in a row where he started doing it and testing it. But right now, it just seems like matchup specific. I'm not really too sure when to go it. But I think in your games, just stick with that level 6 ultimate, guys. It's going to come in clutch for a lot of you. And it just makes it like, you got to get out of jail free card. Obviously, this guy's got thousands of Ekko games, so he knows what he's doing. But for you, I still think run that Ignite. And get that ultimate level 6 and just look for a snowball. It's not too hard right now. I think Ekko, honestly, I thought Ekko was dog shit until I played this guy. I realized like the potential of the champ, because this guy plays the champion to perfection. He plays it to like, if there was like a robot playing the champ, this guy comes pretty close. He really does know all the numbers. Apparently 1k LP on the Chinese server. 1k LP. Pretty good. Yeah, it's pretty good. Level 7 here, 60 CS. He's on track for 10 CS per minute easily. He hasn't really done much in lane. Like, honestly, all he's doing is shoving, and then looking for maybe a 2v2 with his jungler, or maybe even a roam. I haven't really seen him hard commit for a roam, but if I was him, I'd start looking for maybe a bot side, top side dive. You just get these Qs out, and then you look, see? You have to identify what you're going to be doing in this lane. He's versing a Kassadin. Kassadin's wave clears dog shit. What do? You hard shove, you look to roam. You look to impact the map before Kassadin gets to level 11, starts scaling. Because once Kassadin is 2 items, you can pretty much wave your game goodbye almost. Champion is so busted right now. Pops in, grabs a kill on the Urgot. Looking for the Gragas. Be a little bit careful here. You really don't want to give Kassadin early kills. Oh my god, the Lee survives. That's so lucky. Pops that ultimate back, grabs the Cass. I don't think they can get it. It's too risky of the Lee. Alistar also roams up. Bot lane should get a kill here if they dive the Yasuo because the Alistar's roam. Very good. It's always so frustrating when in lower elos, like, their support will roam and then your bot lane does nothing and lets them passive farm in a 2v1 lane. Gets the base in here, gets the revolver, level 7 now. Also the Codex. That's not what it's called. That's called a Kindle Gem, you idiot. Grabs that for the Proto Belt, of course. I think level 9 is when he's going to start one-shotting the waves with the Q, and you can just see how abusable like Ekko is. He's so strong right now to get these shoves on, and once you get that level 9, pretty much 9-10 CS per minute from there on out until the end of the game. No joke. If you know how to get the waves, it's so free to clear. Low mana cost as well. Oh shit, they got a bail. Wait, they can maybe turn if the Narc comes up. Careful, careful. Morgana. Oh my god, Kassadin gets a fucking double, you're kidding. I'd be spewing if I was this guy. The wave shoving as well, so he doesn't really have much to do. Also take note on he's running the Sandstorm skin. The best skin. In the comments, fight me if you disagree. This skin is so much better, you can see the passive better on your opponents. It's cleaner. Until the Halloween skin comes out, this is the GOAT and you should be using it at all costs. Increase your win rate, no doubt. Grabs a blue, Morgana gives him a little bit of a hand. He's level 8 now. Just slowly coming into the game. The Kassadin is ahead of him because of that double kill. I want to see how he does in the split. I personally hate this matchup. Because I just feel like it's a ticking time bomb for the Kassadin to hit level 11 and then it's over. Yeah, it's like, it's just really awkward. I didn't actually see how he used the minion demons. I'm a clown. Maybe he used them on the cannons. I wasn't really paying attention. He should have... Fuck, I thought that was enemy Morgana. He should have the Proto Belt now. Gets the Proto Belt by coming into level 9. This is what, on Ekko, this is when you're looking to start popping off in the team fights. Your mid game is the strongest point on Ekko. And right now, you definitely have kill pressure, especially for the roams. Onto the Kassadin, not so much, but maybe onto the Gragas with some backup from the Lee. Coming across to the mid lane now, looking to clear. He should just keep clearing, pushing the Kassadin in as he gets to level 9. His win conditions, to be honest, his bot side, just look at it. The Darius is super far ahead. The Urgot is fucking popping off. Level 9 now. This should, yeah. See how, look at that clear. Look how beautiful that clear is, guys. You should be doing this clear. Moving into the river like he does, look for the roams, come back to mid clear. If you're into a matchup like an Orianna or a Syndra where they're really immobile, look for that W setup here and then look to trade with them under tower, pop the stun and bail. Look at this, he's not afraid to trade, do you know what I mean? He knows his numbers. Once again, using that Q, the EQ combo that you should always be using in lane. There's really not much available on the map for him now. It's going to be interesting to see when he drops into a 1-3-1. Probably around the 20-minute stage, you want to be 1-3-1-ing. Honestly, Ekko is such a good 1-3-1 comp, especially if you have teleport. Like beforehand, he was running Ignite in the lower elos where splitting wasn't as good. In the higher elos, obviously splitting is very good. Most of these players are pros. They know how to play a 1-3-1 comp and they know how to use priority in side lanes. So we'll see when he drops into that 1-3-1. Teamfight erupting. Nothing comes from it, the teleport from the Urgot. But yeah, I noticed this guy was banning Ryze in almost every game when I was playing with him. I actually had him in one of my games. I was, he was jungle, I was mid. He said, please, can I mid? I said, yes, go mid, take it, I want to watch. I played Lee Sin and he just hard carried, which is really nice. My Lee Sin is fucking pretty atrocious. No lie. It's the base, and we'll see if he goes for the boots or something, a component for the Lich Bane. Sork Shoes. Teleports back to the lane. Definitely needs to start having an impact. He's not getting up to much. Most of his kills has just come from being reactive. I want to see some proactive play. Show me what you can do, man. Coming up to the top side fight. A little bit late. Maybe team gets a double. Triple. He's just waiting slowly. I guess he just wants the Gragas. Too late to the party, gets nothing. I think a mid shove would have netted him a better result. Grabs the farm, though. That's one of the most important bits of this. This guy is so good at picking up farm. I could never put this guy behind. I swear I was farming perfectly against him, and he would always find fucking like 10 CS per minute. It was so frustrating to play because once I come to the mid game, boom, he's 200 farm at 20, he's 2.5 items, and he just fucking stomps a fight. Picks up a couple of free kills surely on the Gragas here. Gets the Herald, gets the kill on the Grag. Gets the Scuttle, says, fuck you, Blank. I'm the carry of this game. Get out of my way. Ooh, this could be a kill. Onto the Alistar. If they play it slow, honestly can win. Look at the confidence on this guy. You really do have to just respect the confidence he uses in his Ekko play. I guess it's just thousands of Ekko games. He's over. No mana. That's awkward. That's a little bit awkward. Kassadin getting some kills as well. This would be an interesting game, man. I haven't actually watched this game through, so I know the result, but let's just see what happens. Carry v carry in the mid lane. He's got 5 kills. He's gonna be picking up. I see him very often go for that Soul Stealer, but I think not until you've got that Lich Bane. We'll see. Gets the Sheen. Also gets the Aether Wisp. Love that name. Gets the Aether Wisp. Looking for that Lich Bane. Runs down mid here. I would not be surprised if he shoves mid and then rotates towards the side lane. Having a Darius though, honestly a Darius can split push as well, so you're not really forced to drop into a 1-3-1. If you have something like a Siva, Ezreal, a 1-3-1 so good where they can sit mid, just clear waves, while you get some priority in the sides. Oh my fuck, look at this guy's confidence, man. Just dives mid lane fucking tower. Get out my way. He has to be careful here, holy shit. I think he's dead. Or pops the Gragas, and they get more. He's out, but Lee Sin might die. Makes his team slightly there. Whenever I watch this guy, I want to play Ekko. Right now, I just have the urge to play Ekko, because when you're in this stage where you have the kills, you just feel like a god. You feel like you can 1v9, no joke. I recommend anybody watching these type of videos, just go play like 4 or 5 normal games and then just spam it in ranked for a week. One trick it and you'll grind. If you've got like 2-3 weeks of season left, boys, you can do it. You'll have enough Lich Bane here, surely. Still allocated to the mid lane. The Darius is happy to go topside, even though the outers are dropped. Lich Bane? Boom. Alright, I'm excited to see what he can get done. He's still not 10 CS per minute, mainly because of there's so many skirmishes, right? And a lot of the times he's committing to the side lane skirmishes, but not picking up much, to be honest. He's just really not picking up anything in the sides. A couple of nice sloppy fights. Picks him the kills, but the Kassadin also 5 and 2, 2 items. And this shit is scary, dude. If the Kassadin just rolls over you, because like he's only 4 levels from 16. 16 is just, you could get a 3-year-old child, you just press R and he's gonna run down your team. Spooky Ghost are out. His team is 2k in the lead, mainly coming from that bot side. Third item will be interesting. I've seen him sometimes going for a Morello, sometimes the Death Cap. They're probably pretty much the only 2 options, and if he goes one, he usually goes the other afterwards. Full AP Gragas is always nice to versus Ekko. Pops the W out, the Morgana gets popped, he's just going to play it really slow. He doesn't like to frontline. I take that all back, he comes straight in, doesn't care, ultimate's out. Picking up a kill. I was going to say, like, if you watch a lot of these games, you'll see in the fights, a lot of the times, if it's not like a direct just blow up, he'll wait for his team to kind of go in, get everybody's cooldowns, get them low, and then late stages of the team fight, the enemy team's all like half, and he just one-shots them all. It's fucking gross. He has no ultimate now, so you gotta be careful. His flash is only just coming up. probably try and pressure them so they can't base. Here we go. There should be a couple of kills. What's that Proto? Morgana Spell Shield, thank you very much. Alistair should have no ult from the last team fight. He should know. Once they get that Kassadin first. Fuck, man. It's so hard to drop a Cass. You can almost get it, though. He has ult. Oh my, thank you very much. The Urgot has just fucking inted. Pops out, dude. He did so much damage to that ally. Ally was like 40% health on that passive. 2 kills, back to mid lane. Gets the base in. I guess we'll see what he's building now. He should have enough for a needlessly large. He might have enough for the Oblivion, but we'll see. Needlessly large. He'll be going for the death cap next. I can't really tell when he goes to Morello and when he goes to death cap. I guess it's just whatever he feels. If he has the 1500 gold, maybe he goes for the Oblivion. If he has the 1250, he just goes to the needlessly large. I'm not too sure. But I think in your cases, just play what you feel. I like the death cap rush personally. The Morello gives you a little bit more survivability, especially if they have lots of healing. Like, say they have a Vladimir, say they have a Swain, the healing reduction is really nice. But the death cap just feels so fucking good when you hit it in the mid game. He's really lucky the Kassadin hasn't just started pure splitting. He has the advantage of, like, he hasn't had to commit to a side lane for very long. At all, to be honest. He just keeps running mid, looking for the fights, and backing up. Looking for the Grag. His damage on the Grag here is just going to be absurd. Pops the Grag, one shot. He could have kept going if he wanted to. He just kind of wanted to take the kill, get back out, get the mid lane prio. AP Gragas, man. It's honestly what dreams are made of when you're playing an assassin. The Hourglass now is going to be a little bit annoying. Oh god, it's a beast. Sword Dance. Looking like a really good fight here. You just want to make sure that you don't focus the alley. See if he ults back. Darius gets a clean up. This would be a kill on the cast for sure. Ekko pops it. Into a Baron? Yep, 100%. He plays that team fight slow and smart. He baits them in, doesn't use any cooldowns on the initial engage. Slows it up, waits for the team to engage, then he comes in, just cleans house. He did pop the Grags at the start of the fight. Not even at the start of the fight, before the fight even began, which kind of won it for them, I think. This Gragas is definitely not small. Full AP, the ultimate fucking hurts. Could be a free Baron. Oh, that was really fucking nice. Does he get us? Okay, the Nah picks that one up. Flashes for the cleanup. Back for the decap. Does he have enough? Holy shit. Okay, here we go. He has that decap. This game is completely in his control. He can one-shot anybody right now. He has to be careful though, because if you play overconfident with a 12-0 gold lead, give over a fucking, you give over the shutdown to Kassadin, and it really makes the game so much harder to win. Like, these gold shutdowns are always, kind of keeps you in the game where you should never really give up. But enemy teams like hard stomping, you got to realize there's so much gold in shutdowns if you can get them. Kassadin going for the Lich Bane. I don't really like the Lich Bane on Kassadin anymore. You don't see Dopa going it very often either. Also going to be doing a Dopa review very soon. He's currently rank 25 on the Korean server. Last time I think I did a review and he was what? Was he Masters? I can't remember. But anyways, he's grinding it. Slowly, he's just doing his thing, man. He's going for rank 1 by end of the season. I think he can do it. It just depends. It honestly just depends, as long as he doesn't have a massive tilt spree. I think he lost 4 or 5 in a row the other day, so. Anyways, Ekko has teleport, gets the Baron, commits for the split push. At this point in the game, it's like 2 or 3 E's and you've got the tower. It's very quick split pushing. Shoves the tower, then cuts across. If you're on the lower elos, you're running Ignite, guys. Split pushing is okay in lower elos, but I mean, if you're playing in fucking, like, if you're bronze or silver, split pushing, honestly, sometimes it's just not worth it. If your team is just completely, every team fight, they're fucking it up. Sometimes split pushing and just taking the game into your own hands is okay. But you do always have to cut across at the end and try and clean up a couple of kills. Should be able to drop inhib here. Enemy team is 3 members down. Be super careful as Cass, bro. Yeah, they're gonna back up here. Using that teleport now to get the flank behind. He also gets the void staff, take note. We'll see the last item is probably going to be a soul stealer. What the fuck? He goes in, a little bit greedy. He can honestly drop here. Ooh, gives a shutdown to Gragas. I think that was super greedy. He kind of got cocky because his team's so far ahead and they dropped that. They didn't even get to drop on the inhib, so he dies, gives what, 1.1k over. Gives the Infernal. Far out. They're back in the game, especially with the Kassadin. Bit of a mistake. There you go. First mistake, first major mistake of the game, honestly. Other than that, he's been playing it really well. And you have to understand, like, these players, the Korean Challenger players, guys, I've had the pleasure of versing a lot of these Korean Challenger players, and they are fucking good. They are insane. So for him to get these type of leads and play these type of games, it's really good. But you've noticed, most of it's not from individual outplays. And if you're in lower elos, take note. Has he got many solo kills? No. He's got like 1 or 2, but mostly it's just through playing very smart, playing slow, catching the farm, getting power spikes, cleaning the fights afterwards. Cleaning the fights. He picks up the free kills without taking much risk. Now he's picked up a lot of gold. Now he can look for the solos on Yasuo. Probably still on the Kassadin on the Gragas, but if you're playing lower elos, play this style. You'll have Ignite, so the solo kills are there, but don't force. Play slow tempo, get the gold, get the items, and you will take over games. I guarantee you guys. But just don't take massive risks. Don't take huge risks. That's going to make you 0-5 at 10 minutes and the game's over. You need to come into the Proto and the Lich before you can really start coming into your own and popping off. But I do guarantee that if you use this type of playstyle and you play slow and smart, you will climb. You'll have games where you have 15, 20 kills. You'll start slowly learning every mechanic of Ekko. You'll be able to climb easily. Easily! This champion is it's so fun to play. I guarantee you'll fall in love with him. He's such a nice champion to play. See how he closes out. He has no teleport now, so you really don't want to split. Sieging also onto inhibitor turrets without Baron is kind of aids. They just wave clear you. Oh my god, good overall. Cass coming in from behind. Oh my days, you've inted him. But not a lost fight. Ekko can't go in because he hates Hourglass, right? This guy has like a phobia of Hourglass. He hates it. Yeah, he might actually drop here if they had flash as well. Yep. Ooh. Actually not, almost not too bad. If Blank dropped that Yasuo, that was actually not too bad. At the end of the day, they get an ace and they're back in the game. Kassadin has a Lich going on the Void. I think it's Kassadin. I mean, they're pretty even in farm. He's actually done a pretty good job. Ekko's not afraid of him either, guys. You can see he aggressively trades into him. He's looking for him. The worst thing is when a Kassadin goes Grasp in this matchup and just is like has a billion health and you can't trade him. But the tempo he's had, the gold, it probably wouldn't have mattered. He still would have got those massive trades. Gets that Soul Stealer last item. He loves his Soul Stealer. Almost any other Ekko or a lot of like high elo pro players would say, okay, this is where you get Hourglass. Maybe this is where you start getting something like a Banshees. You maybe get a Morello, a little bit of tankiness. No, this guy doesn't give a fuck. He wants that MS from the Soul Stealer. He wants that AP. Just loves it. All is the blue out. It's gonna. These team fights honestly are really hard for him to play now. Ekko is always a little bit awkward in this stage of the game. I always start tending for a split push from now on. Just because of how easy you take towers. It's just like insta-give towers. I think he has to back here for Elixir. There'd be no other reason he's basing. Refreshes his Elixir. Now he wants to fight and end the game right now. He's huge. Also, guys, if you make it further into the game, selling boots for Nash's Tooth or Spellbinder is very good. I prefer Nash's because of the attack speed, works with your passive well. Spellbinder is also a pretty decent option for the MS. Both of them, they give you MS, so that takes away from the boots that you're losing. Gives you a little bit more AP, which is nice. I was going to split push on. I can't get much done in a split. The Urgot's so much bigger than him. The Nars bot side splitting with TP. The Baron is available. We'll see if they Baron rush. No, they're just slowly baiting it. They really... Gnar cannot have... If Gnar drops here, it's on like almost the end of the world. I hate when a Sideliner dies here. You can't win the 1v1, just come and split, and you force the Baron and get the Urgot TP. Still baiting it, the Gnar gets out. Where did the Urgot go? Cannot see. Gnar has TP, we'll see if he goes for a flank or something. Darius gets a good pull on the Yasuo. Look how he's playing the fight really far back, guys. He'll get this W, and then he'll come in. His team does a lot of the poke damage, and he tries to clean up. Gets a kill in the alley. I keep tracking him. Fucking hell. Ult's back for the health. He should clean this fight. No flash available. I don't think he can quite get the Grag, because if he eats into the Gragas, he'll die. Like, everybody in his team dies. He gets a triple, though. Gets some juicy Soul Stealer stacks. I don't know what they can do. What can he do and what can they do? He has to be super careful though. Kassadin going topside. Little base here. I don't expect any items to sell. They should stay the same. I personally also think that selling Proto late game is good. Because Proto Bolt, honestly, like the raw stats are garbage compared to something like the Banshees, the Hourglass are just much better than having a Proto in the later stages of the game. It really doesn't give you that much. Clearing out this wave. The Baron is still up. Whoever gets the Baron wins game. Whoever gets the Baron wins game, so you cannot really risk getting picked here. It's always really awkward. Gets the base in, sells boots. The Mercs. Okay, so he sells boots, had the Sork shoes, sells them for Mercs because he doesn't have something like the Hourglass, he doesn't have the Banshees, so having the extra tenacity is so important to him. He has enough damage, obviously, so gets those Mercs so that in these team fights, if he gets caught up by the alley combo, he can kind of have his way out. Level 17 Kassadin, Monka S. It's gonna hurt in a team fight, man. That bot wave's really big. It's a shame Gnar can't answer it. He really doesn't want to go because he knows if he goes bot, they'll Baron rush. Baron probably ends the game. Also, no vision on the Baron. I think they might just have to give it. He has a good flank, but the W placement is kind of awkward. Oh man, he collects. Dude, what? How does he? Dude, how does he get that ultimate? Fucking hell, that actually wins them the game. Literally like a 1.5k shield from that W. He peeks off the Kassadin, man. He kind of fail flashes and then realizes the Kassadin is where his ult was. Ult's back and collects him. Gets the ace, and this is going to be the game ender. 18, 2, and 7. Beautiful Ekko game. This is a much better game review than last time, guys. I hope you've enjoyed it. Please, 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 start abusing this champion if you can. I suggest if you're Diamond 3 and below, run the Ignite, and just play passive, guys, like he has. Collect the kills, and just understand your power points and when you need to start taking risks and looking for those pop-off plays that you'll eventually get in these games. So until next time, thanks for watching, and I'll see you later.